Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. Today is Sunday, July 6th. I hope everyone had a fantastic 4th of July weekend. Um, Mine was pretty action-packed here, but today I had some time to take a look at the charts, do some pretty big updates to the weekly bands here. I'm going to provide you guys with some tradable levels that you can scalp on the NQ and the ES this coming week. And just as an update, I did not provide my midweek review on Wednesday night like I usually do. Thursday was obviously a shortened trading session, and I did not trade on Friday at all. So I figured I'd just kind of roll all of the updates into one here today. I'll go over a signal that I took on Friday. All of my stats have been updated for the signal service for the month of June. We'll get into that, which, spoiler alert, the signal service was at 100% win rate for June, which is fantastic. And I'll get into those stats and the weekly bands with the tradable levels right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so let's start off with the weekly bands. Obviously, the NQ and the ES have just been pretty much just pumping for like the last week and a half. And we finally got a pretty decent retracement on Friday. I believe it was actually Thursday. Thursday going into Friday, shortened trading sessions, much less volume. Did not trade at all on Friday. Just not with the U.S. markets closed. Just to me, it's just not worth trading because I am a volume-based trader, and when I don't see a lot of volume, it's very hard to predict movements. So let's take a look at how the bands now are looking with this new retracement that we finally got up here. We've got a new weekly band. Oh, and another update. I will now be posting my weekly band levels in my Discord under Rob's Levels, where I put in my daily levels each day for on the 5 and the 15-minute time frame. Every Sunday night, I will provide these levels as well. Been getting asked that here as well, so I will be providing that on Discord. So new weekly band above where price action currently sits. We've got one at 23,104 down to 23,035. So that's a new weekly band, again above where price action is at. So if we get back up here, we're probably going to see a good amount of resistance here. We do have some support here down, volume sitting between 22,900 down to 22,829, and that's actually where Friday pretty much left us off at. Below that, we've got another weekly band at 22,647 down to 22,581. You can expect a fairly good amount of reaction from this volume band that I have drawn out right here. As far as some new tradable levels, let's see. This one is going to probably be sitting closer to here. Let's put this. And this one is going to be at 22,867. Okay, so this one's going to fit right in between this band it's right below where price action currently sits. And I have to state this every single Sunday because I do get asked about this. Remember, when you've got a tradable level that is sitting pretty close to where the Sunday open, we're gonna, the futures market will open here in about 30 minutes from when I'm recording this. The market will probably be live by the time you see this. This is not something we want to just have a resting limit order here, especially on the Sunday open, because we can get a big gap to the downside, we can get a big gap to the upside. See how the gap shakes out, how the market, starts to kind of how it wants to open here, and then if we go straight up, This becomes a good tradable level on the bounce right back to the upside. If we get a big gap to the downside, wait for price action to come back up to this 22.867 level to trade the reaction to the downside. And the next the next tradable level is going to be right at the bottom of this top weekly band. And I do love these very, very much. Let's do this. And that one is at 23.035. Okay, so that one again sits right at the bottom of this weekly band. Okay, definitely going to get some good reaction here. Again, be careful with how the market gaps. If it gaps right up to the upside, it can be very volatile, and it's not necessarily indicative of where the volume is currently sitting. Let the market kind of settle through, and then hopefully we get an opportunity to trade this right at the 23.035. So those are the weekly bands and the tradable levels on the NQ. Again, I will post these on my Discord. So for those of you that are writing these down while I'm doing the video, the screenshots will be there, and it should be much easier for everyone. All right, the ES. Let me open this guy up a little bit. All right, so the ES has definitely got some new movement. We've got a weekly band sitting right below where we currently sit, from 62.71 to down to 62.35. Expect some reaction here. Wait for the Sunday open. Okay. Below that, we've got another level at 62.19 to 61.83. So right from this big movement right here. We've got another level at 61.44 down to 61.08. So this is another one to keep an eye out right here. Again, point of control sitting pretty much at the 60, let's say 65 number. A lot of volume sitting right here in between these two pockets. And another weekly band below us. Obviously, we got to see a pretty strong move to the downside to get down here, but it would be at 60.29 to 59.92. This down here is an area that definitely needs to get rebalanced in the market. This is an area that needs to get volume rebalanced in the market. So these are going to be two really strong, juicy targets for the market to be attracted to. As far as tradable levels, we've got one sitting on this, in between this upper band here. And again, sorry, I should have this already queued up. All right. We've got a level sitting right here that is going to be at 62.49. Okay, so new tradable level right below where price action currently sits. 62.49 is a great number to trade from. And 62.03, which is going to sit at the upper part of this band here. Sorry, I got severe OCD. Everything has to be exactly the same. All right, so another tradable level at the 62.03, which again sits in this weekly band of 62.19 down to 61.83. Another tradable level that we talked about, 62.49, I just gave you this one, which sits in between the bands at 62.71 down to 62.35. Again, write these down, chart them up on your chart, and just watch price action, how it reacts to the weekly bands, and then you can obviously narrow them down and see how they react to the tradable levels that will provide you with some very nice scalps. As far as the signals, posted the signals for June, so I'll open these up. June, my regular trade signal alerts, I had, I think, a total of 10 trades in June. 4 on the ES, 6 on the NQ for a 100% win rate on all of the signals. Again, if you're just trading, we were positive 121.5 points on the NQ, and the ES, we were up 17.25 points on the ES. So again, if you're just trading this with one E-mini, you would take these two, it's 32.92.50. And you can change that to whatever position size that you're trading with. On my super signals, which is a new, it's a new added benefit to the signal service, which I offer on Discord. You can also join through YouTube. It's $39.99 a month, $39.99 a month. And the super signals we had, these are much larger trades. So these are more closer to the bands, the weekly bands that we trade from. And this one had a 67% win rate. Took a total of, I think it was plus 131 points on the NQ. And one ES trade for a loser, which I believe was like the first one for June. So that was down 26 points. And that one really, this is the one that hit overnight. So again, the members in my group know the super signals. I trade those 7 a.m. Central Time to about 3 p.m. But just for added transparency and easier, I'm just including these, even if it's a loser or a winner, if it's after hours on the super signals. But we had 4 winners on the NQ, 1 loser on the 11th. So on the 11th, actually, we had a winner and a loser on the NQ. But again, up 131 points for June, which is separate from the 121 points that the regular signal service created. So that was really nice. For May, again, May was 75% win rate, a lot less trades in May. I've discussed this many times on the video. That was a lot of the tariff news, and we had some really big pushes up that kind of coincide with a lot of these bands down here that really, I think there was one more. Yeah, like this band down here. So all this was happening during tariffs, and it really just left a bunch of unbalanced volume in the marketplace. So a lot less trades in May. I think there was 8 trades total, 75% win rate for May on the signals. April had an 85% win rate. This one had 3, 6, 8, 10, 13 trades in total, or 13 signals. And again, these are posted when the stop loss hits, when take profits hits. They're each signal after the result of the trade, they're posted in my Discord. Let's see, March had a 71% win rate, a lot more signals. 1, 2, 5, 8, 10, 13, 15, 17 signals for a 71% win rate in March. And then February, which was actually the first month that I started offering the signal service, towards the end of the month, that was 100% win rate. That was only on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades total. So, and again, those stats, you can look at them through Discord, and you'll get all of your information there. Now let's go into Friday. So Friday took a loss. Actually, let's just make sure. Sorry, this is not Friday. This was June. This was actually, this one was on Monday. So Monday I provided a signal. It was not an official signal. This was, I even called this a B- setup, just because most people know the reason why, obviously, on my Discord. But there was a big area down here of volume that was sitting right underneath our stop loss. So not the highest quality trade that I'm looking for. It wasn't like a super A+ setup, I think I actually still ended up taking this trade, but this was the result on this one. So again, exactly what I'm actually looking for on my signals. We took an entry at the 22,788 and very little drawdown. Took take profit 1 and take profit 2 on that trade. No, there was nothing. Oh, let's see. Nope. And then this was a nope, not. I think this one also hit TP1 and TP2 if I'm not mistaken. I gotta check on that one. Nope. This was a super signal that I took. What day was this? This was July 2nd. So what was that, Wednesday? Yep, Wednesday. And so this was our first actual super signal for July, which did end up to be a loser. Thought I would get a better reaction, but really just fell right in front of a freight train on that one. And typically I feel very strong, especially on the super signals, that I can still get the reaction that I need just to get to my take profit. It did hang out for a while here where I kind of felt we would have some trouble getting through, but the market just pushed right through. And unfortunately, it took a loss on that super signal there as well. And oh yeah, so there was another trade. This is the one that I took. I'm sorry. So this was a call out that I gave on July 1st. I think it was at 1:50 p.m. I like the move, the short on the NQ at 22,890 with my 2 take profits. Had a very clear stop loss. And that one turned out to be pretty damn fantastic. Wish I could blow this up even a little bit more, but I mean, you can't get much. When did this trade? So this was the next day, and I mean, you can't. I wish I could blow this up here, but you can't get much. Oh, maybe I can blow it up. There we go. Zero drawdown. I mean, absolutely zero drawdown, which again, I know I sound like a broken record, but this is exactly what I'm looking for on my signals. My super signal is a little different because obviously it's a much bigger trade. I'm willing to see a little bit of drawdown on that. But on my regular signals, I've got clear entry, clear take profit 1, clear take profit 2, which I was able to take full take profit 2 on that trade. So I forgot about this. Was a very nice trade. And I even said it here, couldn't get much nicer on the drawdown on that trade, which was very true. So that's all I got for today. I'm actually pretty excited for the open tomorrow on Monday. I think we're going to get some good price action this week. I just got a feeling. And hoping everybody's, again, enjoy the rest of the weekend here and look out for my video on Wednesday with my midweek review. Take care, everyone.